We are live. Well, I am gonna go exercise. I'm gonna go get in the water, but I wanted to show you the sunset tonight. And then after the sunset, maybe I'll turn off the camera. I got a few things I gotta share with y'all. I got a few funny things to share, and maybe I'll cook something too. Who knows? But with no further ado, let me show you this great sunset. Yay! right. What's happening, everybody? How's everybody doing? Setting this bad boy down here. Oh, that's crooked. Oh, oh. Whew. All right. Trying to figure out best locations for making videos is one of the weird little challenges, you know. I don't really have a flat table to work off of, which would be kind of cool if I did. There we go. Gee whiz heck, son of a gun. My goodness. So that could be up a little. There. Alright. Gotta go over here. Do that. Get some symmetry in there. Cause you know, the eyes like symmetry, don't they? By golly. Alright, do I have my glasses? Shucks, darn it, heck. I gotta go get my glasses. I'll be right back. Okay. Where did I put this thing? Here we go. Alright. Woo-wee, I tell you what. Oh. Alright. So I got a really special show for you today. Today, in a little bit, we're gonna read my ex-wife's texts. they just continue, and finally I responded, and it's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny, and so let's talk about everything. Let's start with the Lahaina fire. There was some news that I don't totally understand. So I'm going to try to figure out what it means, especially if it means anything to me. But the Hawaiian Electric Company supposedly settled for $4 billion. Is that the settlement? Is that the lawsuit that me and all the people from Lahaina are in on? I guess so. That's one of the companies. Does that mean I'll be getting some portion of that? I don't know. And everybody else? Good question. So I'm going to try to figure that out. And that would be interesting and amazing. I remember doing the math. When they got up to having spent like $3 billion, that had been divided among the 7,000 people, that had been like 400,000 each. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it seems like there's good things happening. They also mentioned in the news story that 45 families took the offer not to sue and were paid out $1.5 million $1.5 million. So that was $60 million went out to that. So that's interesting. That's pretty big, earth-shattering news. It's funny. It's one guy that I like because he's he's an honest, daring reporter. This guy from Maui Alerts, but he's a real estate agent, so he sees the world through those eyes. And the real estate agent people and the Realtors Association say, oh, if you do this, that, you take away these vacation rentals, it'll hurt our economy. But in reality, there'll be people like me living in those places, spending money just the same. I gotta eat to stay alive too. So
that's just interesting. So, uh, yeah, and then in my little life, if you're curious about that, my kids are doing pretty well. My son continues to have a job. That's very important. He needs to not lose his job. And then he'll have a pretty good life. He just keeps showing up to work. And then my daughter is off to school. I'm about to drive across the United States again, except this time I'm going to try to make it fun for me because it's so gruesome. It's not that fun to drive, push yourself, drive. It's kind of hard on the body, the mind, the soul. Definitely hard on the body. Probably takes years off your life. So I really need to exercise leading up to it. And I just looked at the nationwide map of Planet Fitnesses, which I am a member. So I'm going to try to exercise and shower at Planet Fitnesses like every day, and swim, and try to go to cities and time it and show up and try to do some open mic comedy. Try to time that well. There's a few towns I really want to do a video from. One of them is Pagosa Springs. It's so beautiful and has a river running right through the middle of it. Has these hot springs on both sides of the river, but I can swim stationary in one place in the middle of the town, in the middle of the river, and it is pretty special. So I'm trying, it's a little weird making eye contact with a camera. I just want to say, it's a little weird sometimes making eye contact with people, but a camera is its own kind of weird. So I'm trying to get better at it, and it's also hard to kind of keep your frame of thought and where you're going with something when you're looking at yourself. Anyway, so let's see, what else? Man, Kamala Harris is taking the world by storm. It's pretty cool in a way that Democrats didn't have to do a bunch of infighting, right? Because what that would have done was have all the Democrats slinging mud back and forth, and that just kind of makes it easier for the Republicans to chew them up and spit them out. You know what I mean? So she is got the support of everybody. There was no fight to get her position, and so this is a big question, yeah? Big question. Who's she gonna pick? Obviously, that woman Jasmine Crockett would be so badass. Oh, she just took that Tennessee moron to town. Oh, he's such an idiot. Anyway, yeah, Jasmine Crockett. I just wish she was in the conversation. And Katie Porter and AOC. But anyway, there's a bunch of about 3 or 4 straight white men, right? There's the guy from North Carolina. There's the guy from Minnesota, 2 governors from those places. A couple of good straight white men. And then there is Josh Shapiro, straight white man, but he's a Jewish guy, so that would be interesting, right? A half black, half Indian person with a person who happens to be Jewish. And then, of course, what if she picks a woman? That would be fascinating. And Gavin Newsom, of course, if she picks him, then they'll associate the two together. Too much California on one ticket, and they try to use that against them. But he would be so dynamic and deadly in any and everything he did. And what else? Oh, and then we've got the gay man. So, will she pick a woman, a Jewish guy, a gay man, or a straight white man? And if so, what will the consequences or the which racist things will be said is, I guess, the big question, right? That's the only question. It's not a matter of whether or not there'll be a bunch of racist shit said. It's just which things will be said, based on who she picks. I mean, they're either going to make fun of, she picks a woman, they're going to try to say that, they don't have what it takes. How could a woman do this? Oh, did you hear, what's his name, Sean Hannity? She's at a colored sorority, he says. Oh my God, what a racist comment. And, yeah, instead of being where? Anyway, so, yeah, it's amazing. And she is raising tons of money, and she has the old man shaking in his boots, and Shady Vance is not tracking well, and Trump is falling apart. Can I get a hallelujah? Oh man, can I get a hallelujah? Oh. All right. I have stopped drinking. I haven't been accomplishing. I have been accomplishing some big news actually on that front. On my personal fight to get my life back together, which is just taking forever. Holy shit. So I just got my birth certificate. I got 2 of them because, not one but 2 seems better. And I just got health insurance and I think dental insurance. I'm so excited. First time I've had health insurance since the fire. We're like a week away from a year. So it's been a year and I finally got health insurance. That's exciting. I'm excited. At an age where I'm supposed to see a doctor from time to time, but I never go, so. But I haven't had a beer in more than a week or so, and then when I drink, it's just a beer anyway, so, but again, it's, I'm getting better. Anyway, so yeah, I got insurance, and pretty soon I'm going to get registered for a class in school, and that's going to be really exciting to go back to school. I'm going to try to study things that will be complementary to me making videos, since I suck at it so bad. I've got some funny insights here. One of them, though, is just... no one ever really talks about this in the news, but it just so happens that, more than 60% of women are not stupid enough to vote against their right to vote, their right to contraception, their right to abortion, their right to reproductive health care, their right to be human beings, right? More than 60% of the women in our country are, pretty smart, basically. Can't be easily fooled. Now, nearly 60% of the men are not very smart and easily fooled, obviously, as is evident by what we see in the numbers. Which means you got 40% of the men who are the good ones, the men voting to protect women's rights. Should be a much higher number. Real men vote to protect women's rights, right? So should be like the opposite, but it's like 40% of men vote to protect women's rights. And they are shopping among over 60% of the women. So what a great situation for all the men who are Democrats, because they have a far greater chance to hook up with a pretty lady, and in this case, a pretty lady that's smart and most likely can read. Meanwhile, you got 60% of the men who are the, which also is evidence. There isn't the case here that men or women are smarter than one another, but there is the case that more women are smart than men are, in any given group. And we can see that because of the voting patterns. It's a direct reflection of IQ. So, yeah, so imagine if you're part of the 60% of the men who vote against women's rights, and the women you have to shop among are the 40% of the women who are also voting against women's rights. It's puts you really at a big disadvantage, both in the gene pool, in the IQ level, and in your odds. So that's just a funny observation, and it's just statistically true. Oh, all right. So, gee whiz heck, son of a gun. My goodness. Should we get into it? Okay. I haven't even read these. But my ex-wife has been threatening to sue me. Oh my God. So, and I'm gonna have to make this part of some comedy bit someday. This is my first time ever doing this, and I haven't even read any of this. I finally just responded, and I'll read that, and well, we'll see what I read. So the backstory here is my daughter. My ex-wife got everybody out of the house so she can try to prostitute the house, put it on the market, and rent it, and then she may very well just sell it too, but she's going to rent it either to FEMA or to someone else, and to make money. And she threw my son out, and she kicked the person out of the garage, and she promised my daughter an education. Now I guess she got me to sign a divorce decree saying that I would pay for a part of her college. I don't even know. All that burned up in the fire, and up to the age of 25. My daughter's 23, and so my ex moved her to the East Coast where rent is high, and it's expensive to live. But anyway, it's okay. So I'm just happy that my daughter is going to school, and I'm happy to help my daughter in every way that I can, and I love helping her. Okay, I totally do. So I don't want to give any money to my ex-wife. Okay, I'll give it to my daughter, and my daughter can, if she wants money from my daughter can send it to her. But I figure that's sort of a way to make sure that she never takes more than what would be fair, that what she needs, assuming that she would have that deference towards her daughter, whereas she would take whatever she could from me, period. And she wants to be in control of everything, everybody. And so from the very beginning, she's been threatening to sue me if I don't pay my share. So I've made sure I paid my share, but I've just made sure that I've given it all straight to my daughter, making deposits into her bank account, which are trackable. After the first 500, I gave her 500 in cash. She left, and I've given her 3,500 more in deposits into her bank account. Okay, so that's the story. I've been supporting my daughter, and I'm just so happy. And my daughter's going through a lot. She's 23, but moving away from only living in one house with, the crazy lady that she grew up with. she is now going through some major revelations and really learning to appreciate a lot of things that she just couldn't see before, which is totally understandable. Like I told her, it's funny, I've been giving her one pep talk after another, one inspiration. I could be an inspirational speaker. I've given so many inspirational speeches to her this week. But yeah, she's realized some stuff. Anyway, so she blocked her mom, I think, on her phone. So her mom can't get messages from her. So at the end, I write a message and I make inferences about things that I've learned about that she can't know about because I know she hasn't talked to her. And I know that probably annoyed her a little. Anyway, so let's look at some of the nice things. My ex-wife. Okay, I was trying to see the number up there. Let's look. This has got to be part of a freaking Netflix special someday. So, first of all, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, there's 30 messages here to my 4. But, just a reminder that I will be bringing Emily to the East Coast to set her up for school. And just a reminder that you are responsible for helping pay for her expenses. I said, you are high. You are obligated. It's in our divorce decree. You feel like going to court because I really don't want to. You have money for all your frivolous bullshit, stand-up comedy nonsense, but not for your own child. You are obligated. Sorry. And remember, you are threatening to report me. Look yourself in the mirror. You need to leave the kids out of this. When will you ever learn? You're obligated to help pay all expenses for the kids to go to school for the next 2 years for Emily, and then you're free from her. It's in your divorce decree. If you don't have a copy, I will be happy to give you one. I don't want to hear you don't have money, because that's a bunch of bullshit, and you and I know that. Go get a real job. That's my favorite one. She's telling me to get a job. But see, now, I just want you to know, if I get a job, it's not for her. It's for me, okay? Not getting a job for her. It's for me, just in case I get a job. Okay. Just want to clarify. Okay. Oh, God, I love it. Go get a real job. You actually need to be funny to do stand-up comedy. No, you don't. I've seen a lot of really bad comedians that aren't funny. Oh, that's pretty much, that's all I ever watch are people that aren't actually very funny almost most of the time. They're people who think they're clever enough. It's just not, yeah. Anyway. Go get a real job. You actually need to be funny to do stand-up comedy, and the only thing funny about it is that you think you are. So, yeah, that's all that's funny, is that I think I'm funny. Well, at least I got that going. So I'm funny. There you go. And may I continue? This is the next day, the next day, the next day. So she wanted me to fill out the FAFSA applications, but I don't. She was never. My ex is the one that claims her as a dependent, so she needs to be the one that. And of course, my ex wants me to try to scam the system, so she's like, due to your refusal in filling out the FAFSA application under taxes, Emily's school is no longer free. It would have been free since you're under FEMA and have no income. I understand you want to help. Let's see here. Oh, God. Well, God forbid something happened to you. Who's going to pay for it? It's going to affect your kids. Do you really want to screw them over? So sign up for MedQuest, and then you should also come over here and help your son get his things out of this living space. God, just keeps going on and on. Be prepared to help pay for all the expenses that go with it. Get a job. It's May 17th. This is every single day another one. Interesting that you were, and I haven't responded at all. Interesting that you were encouraging her to go to school in California, but now that she doesn't want to go there and wants to go to school in New Jersey, that's not okay. You're a total hypocrite. She's going to be off the island and either state, and off the island and off and not on in the state. Right? I know. Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. And I never said I didn't want to like help her. Of course I'm going to help her. I have given her freaking $4,000. All right, and then I don't know. Let's see. I haven't paid the school bill yet, but I'll let you know what that costs. Emily's tuition is $2,600, so you will need to pay me $867. That does not include books, and I will let you know how that is. Her rent is $1,500 a month, so you'll need to give me $500 towards that every month. Her car insurance for the year is $1,600, so you owe me $533. I have been texting you the exact amount of everything that you owe me, and I have receipts for everything. Emily can vouch for what I have been spending here. I'm not including all the food and all this other stuff that I'm buying to set her up for her apartment. And you're getting off with only having to pay a third because you're a cheap son of a bitch. She just chose to ask me to pay a third, I guess. But maybe she realizes that's all she can. I don't know. But it's just so much work. It's so much work to write all these words. How many? Back down. Oh man, not very many. I just lost 5 people. Anyway, Emily. Oh God. Do not, Emily, involved with the money that you owe me. You give me a check, not her. It makes absolutely no sense for you to give her money, for her to have to write me a check, and then for me to have to deposit more money into an account stupidly on your behalf. Whatever. Yeah. That's how it's going to have to work. I'm going to give money to my daughter, and if my ex wants to get money from my daughter, she can just ask for it from her. Finally I write, I just gave Emily $2,800 and I bought her a new phone. Did you want to reimburse me for her phone? Did you want to pay for half of the monthly cost? Because I've been doing that for like 5 years. Anyway, you will have to get the $1,800 you think you will get from me from her. Never text me again. You are mean, evil, and very bad luck. Stay away, including leaving these embarrassing messages. You really should stop embarrassing yourself. Can you imagine how cool it would be if I could get paid making fun of you? Thanks for making it so easy. All right, so that was me. And then Chic Rhetoric. Make sure you put $500 in Emily's account so she can cover her rent before the first of every month. And like I said, the only thing that's funny about your comedies that you think you actually are funny. You're a complete embarrassment to your children. This is my favorite shit. The people tell me, you're not funny. The funny police. And I get it. I'm very judgmental too. I judge comedians a lot. And yourself for that matter. But you're too tunnel vision to notice. I'm too tunnel vision to notice that I'm not funny. So just so you know, I'm not funny. By the way, oh man, I've been trying these. So there's this new thing at dispensaries, and it's these 1,000 milligram little vials of concentrated juice. 2 ounces, 1 ounce is 500 milligrams. Add that to your coffee. Oh my God, it'll make you a little bit of a zombie for the day. But it's kind of a new thing, you know. It used to be like 10 milligram portions. Now it's 100, 500. There's 1,000. I mean, we're not supposed to necessarily take that much, but they're selling it like that, and that is a little bit funny. Okay, back to this. But if you want to sleep really well for a week, get a bunch of that stuff and just put it in your coffee every morning. 1,000 milligram coffee drink. What is that going to be called someday? All right, so here we go. And like I said, the only thing that's funny about your comedy is that you actually is that you think you actually are funny. You're a complete embarrassment to your children and yourself for that matter, but you're too tunnel vision to notice. I know that you have been giving Emily money every month. That's good and bad. The money you're supposed to be giving her is really to give to me. She needs to be given an allowance, otherwise she overspends. She just spent $420 since I've been back from New Jersey after dropping her off on frivolous stuff she does not need at all on Amazon, and it's not coming out of her pocket because she's not working. That's okay. She's going to school. She doesn't have to be working. I would appreciate it if you would actually give me the money you owe me, and I can give her an allowance so she does not spend so crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not going to give my ex-wife any money. She got money from me for a decade out of my paycheck. That's how it works. No one has the option of not paying child support. It just always comes out. If anybody's getting a paycheck, it just comes out of their pay. It's garnishment. And your income is taxed first, and then that comes out. Why would you have to pay taxes on income you don't get? Makes no sense. If I ran for president, that's one thing I would fix. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, God. I did not send her there to go shopping on Amazon. She's got 2 months until school starts. I mean, you know, she's 23, and she's lonely and sad, and, you know, she needs a few things. Okay, and then we get the big letters. You need to pay me the money. You owe me, not her. I don't want to go to court about it. All right, she's threatening to sue me again here. That's the best part. I just love it. Craig, you need to pay me the money. You owe me and not Emily every month. She just keep hammering, and she's never going to get money from me. She is spending the money on foolishly on Amazon shopping and psychics. Not okay. That's not what the money is for. It's for food and gas until she gets a job and school stuff. I don't want to have to go to court. I said, but I will. So this is the final text. This is the final text she's sending me. God, I wish that was true. Oh my God, I wish that was true. Please make that the final text you ever send me. I never want to communicate with you again. Okay. So then finally I just have to respond. I just have to. And so I decide to, you know, keep it light and be funny and positive and, you know, allude to something that she probably doesn't know about, because I'm at this point now, my daughter has blocked her from her phone. She's like, my daughter's like, I can't let her in. Her energy's so negative. It's just ruining my life. So, okay. So then I read, right? Her last thing is threatening to take me to court if I don't start giving her the money. Meanwhile, I just put $1,300 in my daughter's account yesterday. So I write, okay, as if she asked me to put money in Emily's account. Okay, just made another deposit into Emily's account. She is wondering how much you want her to send her. Right? Because the last time they spoke, that's the last thing Emily said to her was, just tell me how much you want me to send you. Right? That was, anyway. So, just made another deposit into Emily's account. She is wondering how much you want her to send you. So proud of her. That stuff the psychic told her seemed to help her overcome some of her sadness. You know, like trying to put a positive spin on that. By the way, I did have a conversation with my daughter about not spending money on a psychic twice. Okay? Once is fine. She got some happy information back. Beyond that, it's a scam. Okay. You know, it made her happy, so I can't be down on it. But, it's, you know, I needed to tell her that. All right. So I said, so proud of her. That stuff the psychic told her seemed to help her overcome some of her sadness. I'm excited about the class she added. She just added a class. Now, my ex-wife doesn't know about that. It's an expense. It's $700. I don't know how much it's going to cost. It's going to be $300 or $700, whatever. But it's really expensive. But it's a PE class. And my daughter has decided she needs to get in shape. And I'm so proud of her for that. She's realizing everything all at once in life. And so she signed up for a weight training class. So that's really cool. I'm excited about the class she added. I imagine this all makes you very happy, which you've been needing. Thanks for all the nice messages. All right. Here we go. I have to add up all the money that you owe me. I don't want to check from Emily. I want to check from you. A check from you is what she means to say. Okay. I want a check from you. It is you that owe me money, not Emily. If you want to deposit money in her account for her, that's up to you. But you owe me is what you owe me. Is that you are putting my money in her account is not something I agreed upon. That's your own doing. So yeah, she thinks she's gonna sue me and for not supporting my daughter in college, yet I got receipts of me putting deposits into my daughter's account and letting my daughter be the mature 23-year-old young woman that she is, letting her manage her money. And if her mom needs that money, well, so be it. But I'm not sending her mom any money. So that is annoying, though. God. She's like Trump, you know. She just like makes everyone live in their world, their shitty world of threatening to sue people. But hopefully she'll sue me soon, because if she does, then we can get that over with. And I mean, my God, my daughter turns. You know, she turns 25 in a year and a half, and I guess the time runs out on this contract. Anyways, gee whiz, heck, son of a gun. We're having fun now. Thanks for letting me do that. That was a cold run on that. There might be something there for a comedy bit someday, you know. Right, exactly, right. That's what I'm saying. She's 23 years old. Apparently, she tricked me pretty good in the divorce decree. I thought it was a divorce decree for us, but it was really for her. Anyway, we had a paralegal write it. Yeah, I should have got a lawyer right away, but I didn't. That was a mistake. And I, you know, live and learn. Typically the hard way. That's how I like learning things. Anyway, yeah, so there I am getting threats to be sued about my daughter, about not supporting my daughter's college education. Meanwhile, I'm just sending my daughter money, putting it right in her account. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, so what a patriot Joe Biden is, huh? Stepping out of the race because he's a patriot, because he loves his country, putting his country first. Something you'll never see a Republican do, right? Nice thing is Joe Biden takes a bullet on all the Netanyahu stuff, and then all these dumb kids who don't realize anything about Gaza and how and what a psychopath Netanyahu is, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop him. Really, I mean that's just that's not going to happen. How about that Sean O'Brien, the Teamsters president from, I think, Boston, right? That speaks, first time a Teamsters president or guy has spoken at a Republican convention ever. And what's really interesting is, no one brought it up, but he got into a beef with Lil Wayne Mullins, this guy, Lil Wayne, John Lil Wayne Mullins from Oklahoma, who's like 5'4", and he has this Napoleon complex, and he picked a fight and stood up and acted like he wanted to have a fight with this guy Sean O'Brien in Congress. If you all didn't see that, that was the time that the congressman threatened a witness to a fight. And Lil Wayne Mullins is an MMA fighter. So he's an MMA fighter with a Napoleon's complex. Not a healthy combination. So yeah, you got to wonder, first of all, right, like how big was the bribe? Because the Republican Party is known for making and taking bribes. That's pretty much how they do their business, right? So anyone at that convention that didn't make sense to be speaking at it, they took a bribe, like that guy. How big was that suitcase full of money for him to get up there and say all that shit? Anyway, yeah, if you haven't seen the fight that almost happened. Now here's what's profound and significant. In that congressional hearing, when Lil Wayne Mullins challenged the mob boss to a fight, the word mob boss came from the congressman, Lil Wayne Mullins. And so when I say mob boss, I'm not making that shit up. I'm not defaming the guy. I'm just repeating it as was said by United States congressman. I believe he might even be in the Senate. And he is just, my God, a sad excuse. So that's a trip. I mean, the guy actually has Republicans try to fight him, call him out, want to actually fight him. And then he turns around and speaks on their behalf. That was what was really weird. For those of you who don't know that backstory, I mean, that's kind of crazy. But, as someone like he would be assumed, he likely doesn't mind a suitcase or two full, maybe a trunk load full of cash. And, for what? A 10-minute speech for a trunk load full of cash? Where he didn't really say anything. He just got up there and pontificated a little bit. Pretty good. I wonder how much money he made a minute. Justice Uncle Thomas is taking $4 million in bribes. Is that it? $4 million in bribes. That is so much. And Trump, oh my God, he just keeps extorting his own people. It's so sad. All these people who's, they would have maybe been able to leave some generational wealth behind. No, Trump took it all. Let's see here. Oh yeah. I love it. I love this. Boy, J.D. Vance is just as fake as could be, right? He had a billionaire for some reason take him under his wing and just make sure he had a job that paid him money, make sure he had a huge donation to his campaign, just paved his way to where he's at now. The weirdo with his eyeliner. What's up with all that eyeliner? Why doesn't anybody ask about J.D. Vance's eyeliner? His eyes look so weird. He's got to be wearing some makeup. Anyway, he is so fake, and now the whole world knows it. Hillbilly elegies, just shit talking down to poor, hardworking Appalachian people. And he's not even from Appalachia. He is fake in every way. He's just a guy that says whatever anybody wants to hear, and now Trump's realizing that, and everybody is. And then the best one was, and this is where, you know, all those movies where someone's from the crowd says, "I am that person," you know, "I am George Floyd," or whatever. I just want you to know, J.D. Vance, when you're talking about the Democrats, I am a childless cat lady, right? I am a childless cat lady. I'm here to fight for the childless cat ladies, and deep down, I am one as well. Oh my God, anyway, so yeah, that was a real smart thing to say. Oh. What left? Oh. And then them picking fights with Taylor Swift. Like, seriously, how come we're not seeing? I haven't done it yet, but man, I gotta start making t-shirts and bumper stickers. Someone needs to make a t-shirt that says, "Stupid is as Republican does." To pick a fight with Taylor Swift, it's just dumber and shit. And then now we got, Beyonce, baby. Beyonce, right there in Harris's corner. And look forward to them talking about her giving a blowjob once. Yes, because Republicans have no freaking morals or ethics or any of that. Oh, no, I am not in California. Oh, you don't like Taylor Swift? She's a pretty lady. Very successful. No, not in California. No. I live in the great state of Hawaii. My house burned down. Like everybody else is in my town. So I'm in, some fire-sponsored housing. Christianity has morals. No, not any. No, they're gone. There's none. Republicans have no morals. Republicans are Luciferians that think that they're Christians, right? They're anti-nationalists. They're anti-Christians, right? They're not nationalists. They're Confederates. Trump is Lucifer. They're following Lucifer straight to hell, and they're not smart enough to figure it out. So, yeah, Republicans killed religion, right? They killed Christianity, the religion. People can love God and all, but there is nothing holy happening in any church anywhere. They're just stealing people's money. That's what's happening. Stealing the money that you should be investing in the stock market yourself. If you took 10% of your income, put it in the stock market, you wouldn't need any charity from your church, okay? And that's what your church should be encouraging you to do, is take your 10% and put it into the stock market. So maybe in 25 years, when that money's doubled 5 times, then you can start making contributions, right? That's what they should be telling you. Trump's a traitor. Oh my God, just a loser. And everyone is just seeing him as the loser traitor that he is, huh? It's so sad. Like I was saying before, I just feel sorry for all these Republican men, right? You got 60% of the women chasing 38% of the women. I'd much rather be one of the Democrat men who will stand up for women's rights, who have the option of the 61% of the female population. It's a far better situation. I can understand why Republican men get so upset and angry and frustrated and lonely, and then they shoot people, right? Because, yeah, they're Republicans. Anyway, yeah, Trump's a traitor. No, I didn't vote for him. Why would anyone vote for Trump? You'd have to be a traitor. I mean, if you hate yourself, if you hate your country, if you hate women, if you hate Jewish people, if you hate immigrants, if you hate Mexicans, if you hate black people, the Republican Party is right for you. Republican Party, Donald Trump, is supported by the KKK. They have given Donald Trump their endorsement, the KKK. So I will never vote in the same way that the Ku Klux Klan votes, or the Nazis, the local Nazis in our country. Jesus, that's the one thing. I'm all for free speech. That should be our one exception. Unless you're a Nazi, right? I mean, Europe doesn't stand for that shit. Why the hell do we, these idiots in fucking Tennessee, these Nazi traitors, God. You know, not all Republicans are Nazis, but 100% of the Nazis are Republicans. And maybe not all Republicans are in the Ku Klux Klan. But 100% of the people in the Ku Klux Klan, they're all Republicans. So yeah, I don't want to ever affiliate with them. Plus, taking away women's rights, it's not pro-life. Republicans are pro-death. Pro-death, it kills women. There's nothing Christian about murdering women. Abortion laws murder women, right? And dumb shit Republicans aren't smart enough to understand that. But that's all in line with their low IQ. It all lines up. And how easily they are conned by a con man, duped by a religious leader that steals their money and rapes their children, you know? Yeah, I feel sorry for y'all. I don't know any of you. Thank God. That's the best thing when you realize none of your friends are Republicans, right? Like, wow, you really did a good job choosing, you know, the people that can read, like to read, that are smart enough, right? That, I mean, whew, I tell you what. Oh, sad. Sad. And this traitor, 34-time convicted traitor, Orange Lucifer, the leader of the Confederate traitors, the Lucifer himself, is just failing. And he can't take it. He's about to lose again. And it's going to be the most, everybody that ever aligned themselves to Trump is just going to end up, they're already starting to just get embarrassed. It's just embarrassing. Everyone just feels sorry for you. Oh, and J.D. Vance with his eyeliner and his fake everything. Oh my God. Just a hollow shell. I am a childless cat lady. Oh, I tell you what. If Republicans did win, how much you think Republicans would charge for a handmaid? You know, how much will women cost once Republicans take over with their right-wing psycho fake Christian Luciferian agenda? Oh, by the way, if you don't understand 2025, there is one thing I want you to understand that is profound, but it's so far down the list, no one's even going to mention it. But these Republican traitors, just like they've already done in their states, want toll roads everywhere. Everywhere. They want to privatize the roads and make them toll roads everywhere. Like in Oklahoma. If you ever tried driving in and around through Oklahoma, what you hear and all the people in the states around Oklahoma is about how they have tickets or warrants, and they're not going back to Oklahoma because they accidentally drove through there once and they got a warrant from some toll they didn't know about, right? Then you got Indiana and Ohio right next to each other. Now, if you understand the interstate highway system in the United States of America, you understand that 90 comes across the top, and 2 comes across the top, and then there's 90 and 80, and then they converge at the Great Lakes because you can't drive through the Great Lakes. So you get 80 and 90, they converge just south of Chicago. And then they run right into Indiana. And Indiana doesn't tell you, oh, there's a toll road coming, you can get off here. No, they just fast track you. And then they toll road you all the way through their state, all the way through the next state. Ohio does the same damn thing to you on both ends. It's God knows how much, 400 or 500 miles. It's obscene. It's absurd, and it's a crime. Republicans don't give a shit about freedom. If they did, they wouldn't be looking to privatize roads and put tolls on all of them everywhere, right? Because what? They just want to make sure they steal money from everyone driving through their state. Well, all that does is inspire everybody to go out of that state, avoid it altogether, or to know not to go on those roads. Anyway, yeah, so that is one of the things in Project Lucifer 2025, the Adolf Hitler Lucifer Manifesto, from a bunch of sick and twisted bastards. We feel so sorry for you people. Oh my God. Oh, it is just so sad. And then, you know, what do you got? What do you got? What are you going to do? You can threaten people, right? Because you're un-American traitors. The actions of an un-American traitor is someone who threatens fellow Americans, right? And who does that? Oh, Republican pussies. So sad. Yeah. I love it. Listen, if you're a Trump traitor, you don't have to watch my channel if you don't want to. I'd like to have a safe space on my channel, and y'all are dangerous domestic terrorists. So if you could take your business somewhere else, I appreciate it if you would just click off my channel and go watch one of them traitor people, like Candace Shapiro or Ben Owens, Cracker Chowder, whoever those people are that you like to watch. Yeah. Traitors. So sad. Anyway, I'm just glad I don't know any of you people. God, I don't ever have to go out to dinner with you. You're the shittiest tippers in America. Yeah, Trump traitors. The shittiest tippers in America. And you're the rudest people to your servers, right? Yeah, fake Christians, traitors. You want to flood the streets with guns, right? You want to kill clean air and water, right? You don't want to breathe clean air and water. You love seeing children getting murdered, and you love it when scores of women get murdered by dangerous, evil abortion laws, right? Pro-death Republican abortion laws. That's a big lie, right? The pro-life. Imagine being a stupid man thinking that pro-life is good when it's really just pro-death, right? And everyone knows that. Everyone with an IQ above 82 who doesn't vote Republican. Anyway, God bless America, I tell you what. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I've been having so much fun. Yeah, so wonder how much Republicans will charge for women when they start selling them, you know? God help us, if they win, I don't know. It's crazy, I've mentioned this before, but man, it stuck in my mind. There's this lady, Baba Vanga, and she was like Nostradamus. She lived in this remote village, I think in Romania, and man, she made all these crazy predictions, and a lot of them came true, like Nostradamus. And she spoke about Trump and the danger he poses to the future. And so we can only pray. That's one of my favorite jokes. That's my favorite thing to write, right? Is I may not be very smart, I may not be very religious, but I thank God 100 times a day for giving me an IQ above Republican. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Above domestic terrorist Republican. So sad. So sad. Anyway, gee whiz, listen, I love all your support. Appreciate you guys. You've kept me alive after the fire. You've supported my channel so much and done so much for me. I appreciate you so much. Y'all are the best people in the world. And God bless America. Tell you what, let's pray that vote blue no matter who. Let's pray that women get their rights back, that this corrupt Supreme Court, you know, gets some justice, that Trump continues to get justice. It's so funny. Oh, everybody just hates Trump. No, people hate traitors, right? They don't hate Trump, they hate traitors. Oh, and this Eileen Cannon, typical Republican woman, right? Eileen Cannon, eyes super far apart. Anyway, not that there's anything wrong with that per se. I don't want to be disparaging towards women, unless they're Republican women, because boy, do they suffer. Huh. Yeah, shoots. What else? All right. Well, listen. Yeah, I'm going on and on. You all have a great evening. It was a pleasure chit chatting with you. I love that. I love that there's Trump supporters watching. Why would a Trump supporter ever watch my channel? Right. My channel is for patriotic Americans, not traitors, domestic terrorists. So I appreciate you. Homophobic? Who's homophobic? Oh, Trump. Trump is. Oh, Republicans are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not me. I got no problems with the gays. I will vote to support their freedoms and rights. Man, I went to their gay pride weekend in San Francisco. I grew up 15 miles away, but never went to these things. Okay. Oh my God! Like, if you know a woman who's never seen a penis in her life, bring her there. She'll see like 50 of them in a shot. Or a nice young man who happens to be gay, who's never seen another man's penis. Well, they're just everywhere anyway. Or if you got a son, you want to desensitize him for the locker room. Holy crap, I was trying to do a live video there, and there were just penises everywhere. It was pretty funny, you know? Anyway, that was interesting. God bless America, huh? And the freedoms that we have. I love how Republicans always want to take everybody's freedoms away, and then they want to say that they're for freedom. Hey, how come no one's doing, pictures of Trump hog-tied in the back of their truck, right? Would that be cool if there was just pictures of Trump hog-tied in the back of someone's pickup truck all over the country? Right? Like, what if Democrats did the low-life shit that Republican traitors did, right? And of course, the shooter was a Republican, raised by a Republican. Yeah, borrowed his dad's gun to do it. So, yeah, even Republicans have to worry about Republican domestic terrorists more than they got to worry about anybody else also. So, pretty sad culture, that Republican death culture of threats and violence. That just plays out so well on a woman. When women get approached with threats and violence, they just respond so positively to that. Anyway, yeah. You could argue that, men have had, with great power comes great responsibility, right? The whole superhero thing, right? With great power comes great responsibility. Well, men have had great power for a long time, and we have not treated that responsibility with enough deference. And I think women are about to take America and then maybe the world back. That's what I think. I think the ladies are take it all back. Thank God, because man, freaking religious morons. So if you're a religious idiot who thinks that the church and the state are supposed to be together, you're a fucking moron. A fucking moron. That's what fucks up countries. You want our country to be run by the same guy that's running, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or Iran, a religiously run country? I don't think so. You think it'd be any different here? No, we don't need a Christian Taliban. And that's what you motherfuckers are trying to bring onto the American people. And we're smart enough to see it, know it, and not be fooled by you jackasses. God bless America. Thanks for watching All Good Things in All Good Time. Do no harm and do no crime. Right? That's the one commandment. Do no harm. Do no harm, right? You want to be a good human being, that's all you got to do. Do no harm. Now, if you really want to make your life better, don't snort nothing, don't take any pills, don't gamble, right? You got these jackasses trying to shove gambling down your throat everywhere. Typically Republicans, right? Trying to steal your money. Don't snort nothing. Don't pop pills. Don't gamble. Don't hang out with violent people. Don't get in the wrong relationships. Don't drive drunk. Try not to get drunk. You probably have a really good life. And don't surround yourself with loaded guns. My God. You know, I'm 5 times less likely to die of a gun because I don't have one right here. Yeah, that's probably good after, you know, all the horrors of watching my town burn down. Yeah, shoots by the boots. Oh, and on the subject of diet, oh, by the way, back to investment. So for those of you who have never watched my channel, I am here to encourage you to follow your dreams and to believe in yourself, right? Whether it's doing stand-up comedy, investing your own money for yourself. Everyone should be investing their own money for themselves in their own stock brokerage account, right? And looking at right now and building a portfolio of 20 stocks with about 30 or 40% of the money. So let's say you got 10 grand, put 4 grand in the stock market, okay? And proportionally, right? That's a super safe way to do it. And then spread it across 20 different companies, right? Over time. So maybe not, and don't buy all in at once, right? Slowly but surely put together your 20 pieces to your little puzzle. That's your target numbers, 20 different companies. But right now, all the real estate investment trusts are down in price, and they all pay a huge dividend. They have to, if they pay 90% of their revenues out to their shareholders, they don't have to pay any or file any income or business taxes, something like that. So that's what they all do. So they all pay huge dividends. They're all half price right now. And I think Blackstone, which is the largest real estate investment trust, market cap wise, I think it's $3 billion. That pays 12.5%. You know, I think it's worth taking a look at. Anyway, and then what was that other subject I was going to talk about? Shit. Oh yeah, food. Okay, so I've been studying all the shit. Okay, all the shit. If you wanna not get not inflame or get or deal with hemorrhoids or colon disease, right? If you want to clean your liver because you're worried about fatty liver, if you are looking up a list of the 20 foods that are going to help you live till you're 100, you know, if you're curious about how to avoid diabetes and the best foods for not getting diabetes, right? Am I gay? That's so funny. If I was, who cares? Like it matters, right? Anyway, so all right, so I've watched so many of these videos from so many different doctors. I've cross-referenced everything, and I'm starting to see, the same ones pop up over and over, and I've been telling you about that stuff, right? Blueberries and walnuts and turmeric, and omega-3s and medium chain triglycerides and sulforaphane and cruciferous vegetables, all the things you're going to see on all the things if you care about your body and your health and want to live long. But I just learned about a new thing that kind of blindsided me, and it affects the way I look at a couple of these things that I've been seeing as the healthiest foods you can eat, right? And it's a thing called oxalates. It's kind of like little crystals in plants that the plants generate so that bugs won't eat them. Oxalates, high oxalate foods like spinach is loaded full of oxalates. And one of the sources of omega-3s, chia seeds, has oxalates. And so, you got to watch your oxalate intake. What else has it? Spinach, some of the nuts, walnuts not so much, but still some in nuts, and on and on. I'll let you look up oxalates. What other foods do I have to? Turmeric. But in many cases, you can make a tincture or a tea out of it, and then maybe that's okay. But like the seeds from blackberries, terrible, right? If you blend those up, those are full of oxalates, and they're really bad for you. And your bodies get loaded up full of them, and then they dump them if you stop consuming oxalates. What What is this shit? It's so weird. Anyway, so you know, you're gonna see blueberries and walnuts and avocados and turmeric and sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are super high in oxalates, and that was on, you know, many lists of things that are good for you, right? But sulforaphane, none of the I don't think any of the, maybe Brussels sprouts. None of the cruciferous vegetables were on the list, which are key because they're so good for you, right? And then, yeah, but the two plant sources for omega-3s that I'm aware of that I've been consuming are chia seeds and walnuts, and both of them have some oxalates. So I need to. It's like gluten. You need to know when you're having it, how much, if you're having it. You know, it's just good to be educated. And then there's the oils, the bad. So we know about sugar and oils. The oils are the worst, though. They're in everything, and that's the thing that's almost more important than eating healthy is not eating the palm oil, the seed oils, the vegetable oil. That's the stuff that's really tearing people apart. So you're welcome to go search around all over YouTube and listen to all the different doctors talk about all the different things, you know, that pertain to getting older and the foods you should eat to cleanse your liver, to prevent or mitigate or reverse diabetes or colon disease. But what you end up seeing are the same foods, you know, repeating themselves. And so, you know, I'm eating my blueberries and my omega-3s. I'm eating salmon and ahi tuna and kale and onions. Garlic has some oxalates, which bums me out, but I think the benefits from garlic outweigh the negatives of the oxalates. Yeah, eggs are good. Eggs are a good food for your liver. But yeah, spinach. Too bad. I've been enjoying spinach dip as an easy way to like put something into a wrap that is, you know, creamy and delicious. But yeah, what else? Anyway, shoots. Turmeric. I was really starting to consume turmeric. But I'm thinking maybe I can put turmeric in with my coffee and then I won't get the oxalates out of it. Like, what did they say? Like carrots have oxalates, but if you juice it, then the oxalates are mitigated, or they disappear. So in some cases they disappear. Some cases they're intensified, like if you blend blueberry and raspberries with their seeds. Anyway, as you know, I'm here on the cutting edge, studying because I want to live past, you know, next week, and so I'll be looking for all the healthy foods that are going to help you American patriots outvote all your domestic terrorist Republican traitors that are going to die before you, that because they don't eat right. They're not smart enough to eat right. They're eating them fried foods and that vegetable oil, and they're going to vote 5 times less than you healthy patriots. All right. So that's a reason to eat right? To protect and defend your country from the Republican vermin. That's the other one. Why don't people call Republicans vermin? That's the word they want to use when referring to Democrats. So it's only fair, right? All right. Do no harm, do no crime. Thanks for watching All Good Things and All Good Time. Have a great day. Love you guys. Aloha. Oh. Wrong button. There you go.